Let's start out with a really basic question. What's the difference between generative AI and agentic AI?
That is a very good question, and I find that there still is confusion about that. So, how I started the paper, Scott, was I used an analogy. So the analogy was, let's say you want to go out to dinner after work with friends. So you ask ChatGPT about the best restaurants in town, right? ChatGPT goes out and finds its sources. It creates a map for you. It lists restaurants, the types of food they serve, how expensive it is, stuff like that. So it, as I mentioned, it scours multiple various sources for useful data and creates a document based on what it finds. So what it does, it essentially repackages information in a useful way. This is what I would call generative AI. Now, again, that is a generalization about generative AI, but I think it's probably close enough for our purposes. Now, once you pick the restaurant, you order a Waymo driverless car to take you there. Now, the car heavily uses agentic AI. So it analyzes constant data from multiple sources, things like navigation data, traffic data, the car's many sensors and radar systems, and so on. The agentic AI then is making tons of decisions over and over all the time. It needs to avoid obstacles like pedestrians and other cars. It needs to obey traffic laws and stop at red lights. It needs to get you to the restaurant efficiently. So that ability to act independently and autonomously is mostly what separates agentic AI from generative AI. It can take action and adapt to new surroundings and situations, applying much more of what you and I would call human reasoning. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a lot of sense. That's a great analogy.